Good day, I'm Twyla Whelan and this is your JIS news for Thursday, August 8, 2024. As part of this year's Denby Agricultural, Industrial and Food Show, 400 farmers were announced to receive direct aid from the Ministry of Agriculture. Portfolio Minister Floyd Green made the announcement in his address to the annual event on August 6.
We'll spread it around, so we have farmers from every parish who will get input support from the Ministry of Agriculture.
The support is in keeping with this year's Denby theme of Building Back Jamaica, selected to focus the event on helping the sector recover from the damage caused by Hurricane Beryl. Minister Green also outlined some of the other interventions to assist farmers with getting their production back on track.
Within 2 weeks of Hurricane Beryl, we were able to call farmers and start distributing seeds. In fact, we have already procured over 10,000 packages of seeds that we have started to distribute across Clarendon, St. Elizabeth and Manchester. Already over 1,000 farmers have received support directly from the government.
In a gesture of corporate support, Grace Kennedy presented a check for $1.7 million during the show to aid the recovery efforts. The money is intended to fund weather protection products for farmers, including those involved in livestock, fishing and beekeeping. Meanwhile, the United Nations, through its World Food Programme, is providing assistance to Jamaica's Hurricane Beryl recovery program. The details were outlined by the UN Resident Coordinator for the island, Dennis Zulu, at Monday's launch of the Rebuild Jamaica initiative.
The target is to provide cash transfer to assist over 18,000 individuals or 6,000 households in the most affected southern and central parishes. Cash distribution is expected to commence in the coming weeks, funded by the multi-donor pool, including contributions from the United States, Canada, the UK, and the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility of up to $3 million. This is in addition to the funds being made available through the United Nations Central Emergency Response Fund.
According to Mr. Zulu, 30 generators have also been procured to support the government's ongoing emergency response and provide power backup in critical services. This is in addition to an emergency telecommunications cluster that was deployed to support internet connectivity. The UN will also be providing warehouse infrastructure, including a forklift and pallet jack. And in short order, the International Organization for Migration will begin repairs to the roofs of 1,500 households and improvement to the facilities at 3 community centers. All works are being coordinated with the Ministry of Labour and Social Security and the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM.
The United Nations will stand with you and your people. We're deeply committed to supporting Jamaica through these challenging times and beyond.
Beverly Howell, Everell Thomas and Philando Clayton are the latest Jamaicans now living comfortably due to the government's new social housing program, NSHP. The Northern Clarendon residents were presented with their units recently by Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Beverly Howell from Stourton in the parish received a 1-bedroom unit that greatly improves her living condition. Everell Thomas and his 3-generational family of Sutton Chapelton showed much gratitude for his 3-bedroom housing upgrade. The 3rd unit was presented to Beckford Crawl resident Philando Clayton, who previously shared a wattle and daub hut with his wife and 2 sons, but now enjoys a new 2-bedroom home. Prime Minister Holness says that by the end of the year, over 300 units in total will be built under the new social housing program. These will complement the 70,000 homes being built by the National Housing Trust to meet Jamaica's housing demand.
Currently under construction, the NHD has 5,081 solutions that are in various stages of completion. They have 10,680 units in contracts, meaning that they have gone through procurement, they have engaged with the contractors to start construction, and they have 16,867 solutions in the procurement process, meaning that they are now engaging with various contractors through procurement to determine who will actually do the constructions.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has kicked off a series of sensitization sessions to highlight its renewed focus on primary healthcare reform. This first session was recently held in St. Anne, dubbed Operation Refresh. Primary healthcare reform is aimed at enhancing community health and well-being by standardizing the infrastructure of health centers. It's also focused on increasing the number of home visits from the country's more than 2,000 community health aides to support the prevention and management of non-communicable diseases, NCDs. The government is investing $1 billion in the NCD Prevention and Care Management Initiative as part of the primary care reform process. 4 staff members of the Jamaica Information Service are among the 150 persons who will receive national honors and awards in October. Receiving the Order of Distinction Officer Class is Seaton Richards for contributing 50 years to media production in television. The others will receive the Badge of Honor for Long and Faithful as well as Meritorious Service. Maxine Schrouder is being awarded for 40 years in communication and media. Dave Reed is getting the honor for his work in photography and photojournalism, and Rosalie Marshall for distinguished service to the public sector. Also among this year's national honorees, 8 recipients are set to receive the Order of Jamaica, 30 the Order of Distinction Officer Class, and 38 the Order of Distinction Commander Class. 3 persons will receive the Badge of Honor for Gallantry, 1 posthumously. Members of the uniformed groups as well as persons in the public and private sectors will also be recognized for meritorious and long and faithful service. And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is reiterating his government's commitment to ensure that the country builds resilience to adverse weather events and other development shocks. He made the point while addressing this year's Grand Gala celebrations at the National Stadium.
Right now, the focus must be on resilience. However, there is a longer-term goal, which is to increase our productivity and increase the peace. So resilience, productivity and peace. Let's all focus on that, and that will build not just our political independence, but our economic independence, which I believe that's on the mind of every Jamaican.
Thousands of Jamaicans turned out for the annual Independence Day event, which was held under the theme Jamaica 62. One Love to the World. During the ceremony, co-founder of VP Records, Patricia Pat Chin, was honored for contributing to the development of Caribbean music and culture. The reggae group Third World was also presented with citations by the Prime Minister for 51 years as ambassadors of Jamaican music. Other awardees included entertainers Moses Beanie Man Davis and Rodney Bounty Killer Price, who were presented with the Reggae Icon Tribute Award for their contributions to the promotion of dancehall music around the world. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Twyla Whelan. Thanks for watching.